welcome to UCLA. Tell me at UCLA. I'm going crazy, baby. I'm going crazy. I'm going UCLA.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Office Hourz podcast. My name is Kobe.
I'm Nate.
And today we are sitting here with...
Jess Benko. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice
It's
to
been
meet you.
it's been a little bit in the making, huh?
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Thanks for being here.
So, to begin, we kind of just want to know about like your childhood. What was it like growing up? Where are you from? Etc.
Yeah, so I'm from Toronto, Canada. My childhood, I was very involved in the music scene, playing competitive piano for a couple years. Then I quit because I didn't like my teacher. But
What was wrong with your teacher?
Huh?
What was wrong with your teacher?
I don't know. I don't remember. I was like 11. But I had to like switch teachers, and I don't know. I didn't like her. That's what my parents told me, that I didn't like her, so I just stopped. But I was like involved in every single extracurricular activity. Like I was always in choir, I was in the band, I was in like school musicals, but at the same time I was also very involved with sports. Like I think at one time I was on like 6 sports teams in a while.
Jesus.
It was insane. Yeah, so
What's your favorite sport out of all of those?
what was my favorite sport? Ooh,
Well, the sports you dominated at.
I played soccer for like 12 years.
Okay.
But I think my favorite was volleyball. Yeah.
I love volleyball.
Dope. Yeah, so that was kind of my childhood. I was the very active kid. I have a sister, and we kind of did everything together. But other than like being in like choirs and stuff like that, like music wasn't a huge part of my life. And then high school started, and I went to music high school. I'm 18 now. I just graduated, so I'm done with that. But I went. That's like, sorry, huh?
Oh, how was the COVID graduation?
It didn't happen. No graduation whatsoever. We didn't get a prom. I still haven't gotten my yearbook, which sucks. So you know what? For a while, because like it was weird, because the first 2 months when COVID started, everyone was like, "Oh, we just have like a longer spring break," and then we eventually figured out we're like, "Oh, we're not going back to school."
Yeah, at all.
And the thing is, like, we were in art school, so we had like dance shows, we had performances that we were looking forward to, and it's like your senior year, you want to do all that stuff. And so we had our time to grieve, but like now everyone's over it. We're just like, whatever, it happened. Yeah, so I started into like an arts high school, and I really found my love for like singing and just performing. And yeah, over the years, I just kept doing that more. The thing is, as like I knew I always wanted to become a singer, but it never clicked in my head that I had to make my own music. I was like, oh, I'll like be the next, I don't know, Ariana Grande by singing covers.
Oh yeah, or like doesn't like Weird Al do the same thing? Isn't that how you got famous?
Me?
No, Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, Weird Al. Oh, I forgot about him.
Right. I had to get into the back of the memory for that one.
A while since I heard that name. Damn. Yeah, no, but I mean, he has his own story. He had his own path. Yeah, and then 7th grade, such a bad year. It was awful. Just like everything was turning upside down. Awful time in my life. And in February of 2019, I was like, fuck it, like I need to cope somehow. So I just ended up writing songs for the first time. And that's how I got into the scene. And it like, writing has been like therapy for me. And so I just kept writing every single day, and I ended up putting some of my stuff on SoundCloud in May of 2019, I think. And then people seemed to like what I put out, so I ended up putting out an album on Spotify, in like Apple Music in July of 2019, and since then it's been a ride. Um, you know, it's funny. The production quality of everything is so bad. Like because I didn't know what I was doing at all. So I took my iPhone, I downloaded GarageBand, and I just plugged the mic in, and I just sang. It was so bad. I
I
didn't
feel
know
like
how
so
to cut
many
my
so
vocals.
many artists have that same experience though. Because I like even my old roommate, like he does the same thing.
Yeah, no, but that's so dope. It's like it's so raw and just like authentic, which I love about it. But it's also like when I look back at it, I'm like, you couldn't have cut out the first 5 seconds of static. Like you couldn't have done that. Didn't
You can
pop in
hear
your
the
head.
opening and closing of the doors and stuff.
Oof. So much of that, so much of that. But I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'll just. It's not like anyone's gonna hear my songs. That was where my mindset was. But look at where we are now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's kind of how. That's kind of how everything happened, I guess, in a short story. Yeah.
No, that's dope. That's dope. You said like writing's like therapeutic for you. And so like you want to like take us through like the process of your like songwriting, like what goes through your head, like what inspires you, like how do you like catch that idea and like turn that idea into a song?
100%. Yeah. So, um, I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out. But I like to write off of feelings. Like that's my main thing. I rarely have a situation that I write about. I mean, sometimes I do, and I can write about that, but a lot of the time it's just like I wake up in the morning and I just feel bad. And so I just write whatever I'm feeling. I don't know. It's a very surreal experience whenever I write like that, cuz I'm just letting everything like off my shoulders, and yeah, that's kind of what it is. But recently I've been trying to um, write about like more scenarios and like more like specific situations, change it up a
Okay.
little.
And so how like what was that process getting signed like? How did that come about and what was that whole ordeal?
I'm not signed. I'm
Oh,
not
you're
signed.
not signed.
No, no. I recently just got management. And they're dope. Oh my god, I love them so much. But we haven't even signed the contract yet. but um, but yeah, no. So I was like completely independent. I didn't know anyone in the
Completely
music
independent.
industry. I was just putting shit out like on Spotify whenever I felt like it. I gained a pretty big audience from that, doing it on my own, to be honest.
You know, it's insane. Like,
Yeah, no, it's
yeah.
crazy. And then like 3 months ago, this guy reached out to me, and his name is Connor, and he works at a company called Indify, where they essentially just like help artists with whatever they need. So he reached out and he was like, hey, I heard one of your songs on a playlist. You're dope. Do you need help with anything? And I was like, I need a manager. I need a lawyer. I need all this stuff because I don't have anyone. And so he hooked me up with now my managers at ATG. And so that's been like the past 2 months of my life. Yeah, but I'm not signed.
Okay.
Or anything.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
dope.
dope.
No, it's dope that you like got to where you are independently because like you know like you have quite an audience. Like I was looking at like some of like your YouTube sets, like you have like quite a hefty little view
It's
here. It's
it's
kind of cool.
yeah, it's kind of insane. Like I don't know, like I have friends who like make music and stuff like that. Like I went to an art school, of course I do. But it was so weird to like see my music take off like instantly, because it was right when I posted my song "A Soulmate Who Wasn't Meant to Be" on SoundCloud. Like within a week it got a bunch of streams, and I was like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. And then it got reposted by a YouTube channel, and like within
Yeah.
a month it got several million views, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, this
Oh,
could be
wow, yeah.
something. And then I posted my album, and I don't know, it's been a crazy ride since then. Like it's kind of unreal. Yeah, no, it's unreal. But I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful for everything.
Who are some of your like musical inspirations?
Um You know, for the longest time, I couldn't answer that question. I like had no musical inspirations, which is really weird. Because I listen to music all the time, but
Mhm.
recently it's been like Gracie Abrams and like Jeremy Zucker and this guy Simul. I still don't know how to pronounce his name, but he makes really dope music. Yeah, just I think people who like write in a very specific way. I don't know. I think writing and like lyrics is probably the most important part of a song, and so
Mhm.
those people and like the way they write, what they write about, and like how they approach songs, um, have definitely inspired me over the past couple of months. Yeah, that's kind of my groove.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, but it's weird. Like people used to ask me before, like, who are your inspirations? And I don't know. I wouldn't have any because I was like, I don't know. I'm kind of just living life how I want to live it. And for a while, I was. This is gonna sound selfish, but I was inspired by myself, kind of like what I'd been through,
Mhm.
and kind of just like being on my own journey. I think that's really important. Yeah.
So it was like the trials and tribulations that you had faced in your life, sort of like motivated you to then write some of these songs.
100%, 100%. As I mentioned earlier, writing is like therapy to me.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so and as I mentioned even earlier, like I was going through a really shitty year when I found
Uh-huh.
songwriting. And so it's just like my kind of goal with the music I make is to just help as many people as possible. Like I know what it's like to be at rock bottom and to struggle and just not be like in a safe environment. And so if I can provide a bit of safety or a bit of hope to other people, or if I can just like make them feel a little bit better or help them cope with whatever they're going through, that's my goal and those are my intentions with music. Whether I have a billion people listening to my music or whether I have just like two. Um,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, yeah, that's kind of where I first found my inspiration.
No, that's dope. That's really dope. And so, like, what is that like? Just, I guess, like coming into like this new fan base, do you get to communicate with any of the people, or like the people that you like, like get touched by your music, or what is that
Oh,
like?
definitely. I try to respond to everyone. Recently, it's been harder because I've been getting a little bit more attention, which is cool. But um, I try to like interact with my people as much as possible because I mean, I'd be nothing without them. Um, and the fact that I am able to reach so many people is insane. So I'm just gonna try to connect with as many people. And I have this thing on like my Instagram page where I'm always going live, like all the time. And I like respond to everyone's questions and I try to like talk to them and just like make everyone feel like we're friends and we're family. Yeah, no, I definitely try to connect with everyone as much as possible. Yeah.
And have you had any like dope fan experiences that you want to share? Or anything that like a fan has done that you feel like should be highlighted?
Um, I think it's super cool when people do like covers. I don't know. Um,
Mm.
it's not exactly what you were asking, but
No, that's all good.
I don't know. It's insane to like see people singing my songs. Like that's so wild to think about. Like I made something that never existed before. That's crazy. And now people were like so touched by it or whatever
Mm.
they felt from it that they felt that they had to like sing their own version of it, which I think is insane. Like I reach out to those people, I'm like, yo, thank you, because like I sing people's covers and people are out here singing my songs. And I don't know, I just, in terms of like talking with people and like fan experiences, I think just like the everyday conversations I have with them is insane because we're creating such a strong bond together, um, where it really does feel like we're family. And I think what I'm trying to do with kind of like my fan base is just making sure everyone has like a mutual respect for each other. I understand that they're going through stuff and I'll always be there for them. But they also understand that I'm a human being, I go through shit, and they respect me as well. And I think that's really cool, just having that we can lean on each other type of mentality is really cool and something I'm very proud of. Yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
And going back to, I'm sorry.
No,
you go ahead.
Go.
Oh, I was going to say that going back to the question about, musical inspirations, I see on your Instagram you had met Billie Eilish at some point. How was that? And is she someone that also inspires you?
Right, Billie. Ooh. So I first found Billie on SoundCloud in like beginning of 2017. So I've known her for a while. She's been my homegirl. And yeah, it's been really inspiring just to like follow her story and her journey over the past couple of years. And she definitely was like the first person who I felt like truly connected to on like a musical level and also a spiritual level. It was insane. And yeah, so I've met her twice. I met her my second concert that I went to of hers in Toronto on October of 2018. It was dope. It was so great. And then I met her at a magazine signing in New York in February of 2019. That was a crazy experience because I went there for her brother's concert. I had no clue she was doing a magazine signing. And then like after the concert, me and my friends found out that she was doing a signing and we were like, holy shit, we have to go. And I had my ukulele with me. I bring it everywhere. And I just wanted her to sign it. Like I had no intention of like singing for her. But then some girls behind me, when I went up to her, they were like, oh my God, you need to hear her sing. And so I did. Yeah, so that was a crazy moment. And I think that's like where I gained like a little bit of a fan base before I started putting out my own music, because that video of me singing to Billie went viral in the Billie fandom. Ooh, it was insane.
Oh, wow.
And so I gained like a little bit of an audience from that, and so and I have my people from day one. Yeah. So yeah, Billie has definitely been an inspiration. Yes, in terms of like music, but also just like journey and kind of like lifestyle. Like she's mentioned that she's had some hard years with depression, and I find it really inspiring that she is where she is now and is hopefully finally happy and comfortable with who she is. So I definitely find her story inspiring. And something I look up to. Yeah.
Still. Remember you mentioned you bring your ukulele with you, and that's kind of like what led to like the whole, like, getting to like sing in front of her. Like, why do you take your ukulele with you everywhere?
I just like have the urge to sing all the time. It's always been, oh, Jess is singing again. Oh, Jess is singing again. But yeah, no, I can't go like a couple days without singing. If I could, I would bring my guitars. And like my family, we used to go on vacations a lot, and obviously I can't bring my guitars on like the planes and stuff like that. So I bring my ukulele, and I don't know, it's a good reminder that I can just like have music wherever I go and create. Yeah, so that's the ukulele story.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And outside of music, like what are some of your other interests? Like what else do you like to do?
Ooh, it's still kind of music related. I love going to concerts. Oh my God, concerts! It's like a different world there.
Favorite one you've been to?
Favorite. Ooh, I think I have to say Billie. I mean, I've never felt like that energy anywhere else. I've been to 3 now. I was supposed to go to 4. I was supposed to go to New York again in March, but then COVID happened, so
Yeah.
can't do that. But yeah, no, there's no energy like the ones at Billie's concerts. It's insane. So that's what I've been missing out on during during COVID. But other interests, I love like just like helping people, and I think the fact that I get to do that through my music is insane. But I love being there for other people and just supporting people mentally and emotionally as much as possible. Another thing I'm really into is just like how the brain works. I don't know. I love just figuring out how our brains work and like how different people think.
That's Nate's whole major.
Yeah, that's cool. Cause I'm a
Nate's whole
neuroscience major,
major.
so like, yeah.
Yeah. No, if
It
I
seems
wasn't in
required.
music, I'd definitely be a psych major.
I feel that.
Yeah. But yeah, sports are still kind of a thing. I dance a lot. I used to dance a lot, and I try to dance as much as possible now. But dance is like a huge thing for me. As well as like musical theater. Oh, yep, I'm a theater kid. Love that for me. Musical theater is a huge thing, and I don't know. I have a lot of interests. But nothing like music or like making music. Nothing hits as hard. There's nothing I'm more passionate about. Yeah. So that's kind of me.
Cool.
Yeah, so like you said, like, like you were going to see the Billie Eilish concert in March and the COVID happened, and then it's kind of like one of the things you're missing. How's your lifestyle changed throughout, I guess, like the whole COVID pandemic, quarantining, and like how have you like found yourself like I know a lot of people have struggled to like, still feel connected. Like I, for one, like, feel isolated sometimes, like being in like my house all day. It's like, how have you adapted to this whole thing?
I mean, I spill you in on a little secret of mine. I am quite introverted. I rarely spend my time with other people. But I'm used to being in my room. I'm used to being alone, just like kind of being with myself. I think being alone is so underrated. But yeah, so in terms of like how I've been dealing with like the quarantine and social distancing aspect of it, I've been pretty good with that. But my life has definitely changed in quarantine. As I mentioned, I finally got like managers, like met them like 2 months ago, and like my life has completely shifted since then. I had my first session a couple weeks ago with producers, and
There we go.
I've just been meeting so many cool people, and like I feel like I'm finally finding my people, which is insane because I've never felt like I belong. Like I have some great friends, but I don't know, they never really felt like family. Not to shit on them, like they're great people. but but I just like I feel like I'm like finally just like finding the people that I can connect to, like soul to soul. We just like get each other. We understand each other. We know what the lifestyle is like. We know what the hardships are like, and we see how music affects us like on the same level. And so it's been crazy finding my people and just working with new people. So my life's definitely changed like in terms of that.
And isn't that feeling just like amazing when you meet somebody, you instantly connect, and it's just like, damn, where have you been my entire life? Like,
so
geez.
Great. It's so great. Like it's so unexplainable. It's such a surreal feeling because it's like, as you mentioned, like where the hell have you been my entire life? Yeah, no, it's amazing that I'm just like finding these people, and I don't know, just like having genuine connections with them, because it's like it's also interesting to think about it in terms of like where was I 2 years ago? Like not even 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago, I was just out of it. I felt like I had absolutely no one, could reach out to no one. I didn't have like a family, and I feel like now like I'm finding my family that's like not blood, and just finding my people. It's a surreal experience, and definitely I'm glad I'm glad I chose this career. um, yeah, so it's been wild. It's been a wild ride so far.
Was there ever a backup, or was it always just, like music has to work out? Like, I'm going to do music.
Yeah, no, I was never like one to excel in school. Oof, I think the only reason I liked school was because I got to see my friends every day, but other than
Yeah.
that, school was just not an option. My parents really wanted me to like go to like post-secondary and uni, but I was like, no, I cannot. I applied to go to psych. And like I got in, but I was absolutely dreading it. I was like, there's no way I'm going. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like take a year off and like try music. But I've never had like real intentions of going to school. So no, I feel like it's always been music, because it's also like it's been so natural, just like entering the music industry so far. Like it's definitely scary, and it's new, but it's been so natural, and like I know I wouldn't feel this fulfilled in life anywhere else.
Perfect sense.
So definitely music. Now that I've like had a glimpse of it and like what it's like, definitely no way I'm going back to school.
That's dope. And so, like, you're kind of like emerging yourself into the music industry. I guess, like, what have been your favorite things so far about being part of the industry, or like coming up in the industry, as well as like, what are you looking forward to just going forward?
Yeah, I think so far everyone's been so supportive, which is like it's kind of crazy to say, because I know a lot of people shit on the industry, but no, it's been such a supportive community so far, and like every single person I meet, they're like, hey, even if we don't end up working together, like I'm still here for you, like I'll help with whatever you need. And I think going back to the whole finding my people thing has been the most amazing part of it, because I'm just like, I'm meeting people that I would have never met if I didn't start making music. And so yeah, just like connecting with artists, connecting with even my managers, they feel like family to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's definitely the people side of it. And what am I looking forward to? Oh my God. I have everything to look forward to. There's so much. I'm excited to just like meet new people, like be around different talents, and kind of just like keep shooting for the stars. I see no end in like how far I can go, which hopefully doesn't sound selfish and comes off more like, fuck it, let's see how far I can take it.
No, it's tight.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm excited for everything. I'm excited to get out to LA for the first time. I'm excited to just like live my life the way I want to live it.
So, wow. I mean, that's crazy too, because I feel like a lot of artists they don't really know what to expect, but you have like a very good idea of what you want out of the industry and what you want to do.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, like, it's also very, very like play it by ear, because you never know what's gonna happen. Who knows? Like Billie could post a screenshot of my song on Instagram tomorrow, and I become like all these record labels come my way. Like who knows?
Exactly.
Like you never know what's gonna happen. But I think that's what's really cool about it. Just like not knowing what's gonna happen, and looking forward to that. Because no, it's pretty cool. But I think a huge part of it is also knowing who I am and knowing what I want to make other people like feel in terms of it. Because as I mentioned earlier, like my goal in everything I do is just to help as many people as possible. So I think the fact that I'm like grounded in who I am has definitely been helpful with entering the music industry, because everyone's like, if you don't know who you are, like people are gonna make you who they want you to be, and that's so you got to be careful, but thankfully I know who I am, and I'm not gonna take BS from anyone.
Yep, you heard it here.
Cool.
You heard it here first. But we're going to do something new on this episode. I don't really know what to call this segment. Nate, do you have a name? We'll just name it later.
We'll come with something.
But what we're going to do is a topic that, you have seen this week, maybe on Twitter, social media, that you want to talk about. We'll just throw it in and then just give all feelings about it, and, hardly any facts unless you have facts. But you talked about moving to LA. And have you seen the wildfires going on?
Yep, definitely seen them. Never experienced them, as I mentioned. I've never been there before, but that is terrifying. That's so scary.
What is like the thing, how okay, so like LA has the wildfires, and then like some states have like Louisiana, it's like flooding and like tornado, or not, I don't know if it's tornadoes, but like flooding stuff. What is like the Toronto thing?
Oh, the Toronto thing is we don't have spring.
That's the
worst. That's what y'all scared of.
No, it's the worst. It's the worst. Toronto weather is just, it's insane. Sometimes we have like snow in May or like June.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no, it goes. Winters are either really bad or there's like no winter at all, and then it goes straight into summer. Like 1 week, everything switches. Yeah. So I think that's Toronto's thing.
Wow.
It's a little different.
No, facts. I do need to take a trip to Toronto though. Hey, how big is Drake out there?
How big is Drake? He's pretty big. I mean, he's from Scarborough, I think. Yeah. Toronto's big. So I've never been to Scarborough, but I think Drake is big everywhere.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, I feel like in the U.S. Drake is huge, but in his, like, home area, I feel like he's probably insane.
Yeah, no, he's popping. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not well versed in, like, the bigger artists. I don't know. I'm very, I'm gonna sound insane, but like, I like to listen to like underground artists. Oh my God, that sounds.
It's all good. Some people have made that their only personality though, that they have all the indie music. It's just like, we don't, like nobody care, okay? Like, good job, right?
That's funny. Their only personality trait. That's what makes them interesting.
Yep.
That's funny. Yeah, no, but like if you like were to ask me like what Drake's up to, like right now, I would have absolutely no clue.
Oh yeah, if you did, this would be a whole different interview. I feel like this would be an entirely different interview.
You're right. But I don't know. I don't like Drake isn't like at the center of every conversation.
I feel that.
So,
Not got likes.
Big? I don't think so, huh?
No, I'm just saying, like, people got other stuff to do than sit around talking about Drake.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they do.
It's cool. And I mean, like, we also have Justin Bieber. We have.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Beeps. I got Beeps.
Yeah.
I think
you guys have bagged milk too, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
We have. I don't know. I think that's it.
Bacon.
Justin
Bieber,
Bieber, Drake, bag milk. Bet.
Bacon.
We also have me. We have me. Let's not forget.
Oh yeah.
that.
Jess got maple syrup.
Okay.
Maple syrup.
Yeah, don't you guys have maple syrup? Isn't that like a whole thing?
Yeah.
No, but isn't like Canadian maple syrup like different? I heard it's like really fire.
Yeah, like Toronto maple leaves.
I've never tried U.S. maple syrup. We have like maple syrup farms.
Maple syrup farms.
Yeah, you go to them like in the fall, and you taste like the sap as soon as it's like done, and it's like hot, and it's super sweet, so good. Oh my God. We have maple syrup farms. They're dope.
I feel like I really only use maple syrup in like 2 items though. Like it's either pancakes, waffles, and a little bit of French toast.
I feel like maple syrup is like the perfect thing to put on any breakfast item. Like it's like you
Yeah,
can't really go wrong. Like
No,
yeah, that's true.
the only time I will have maple syrup is when I'm at a maple syrup farm. But other than that, I do not have a sweet
wow.
tooth. Nope, not my thing. Not my thing.
I just can't imagine like, I guess thousands of people going to this farm and just drinking maple syrup like straight.
I would do that. That sounds amazing. My maple syrup comes from
So
Aunt
cool.
Jemima. Like
It's so cool. And there's always like horses and just like, I don't know, pets. I don't know. There's like it's a full-on farm.
Mm,
So you got
that's
like, I
tight.
don't know, pigs and stuff.
that's dope.
That's tight.
Oh,
But
it's a fun
shoot,
place.
Nate, you have a topic that you want to throw out?
Yes, actually, because like we know you're from Toronto, and like we pretty well versed, I hope. And so like, what is it like? I guess like looking at like the U.S. from like that like perspective of like like being from Canada, and just like like the differences and like how you view people from the U.S. or how the U.S. handles the situations. Like even like this whole like virus thing. Like I'm pretty sure you must have seen the news and.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing too well.
It's scary. It's scary. Like I hope you guys are safe. I hope your families are safe. I hope everyone's doing
That's the first time I've
okay.
heard that. Like no one in the U.S.
Facts.
is talking about being safe. Like
Well, sending all my love. I don't know. It's scary. I mean, okay, in terms of like politics and stuff like that, Canada, I'm not gonna talk much about politics, but I don't know. I feel like everyone's like, oh my god, Canada is like this pure gem and like nothing's wrong with her. We have a lot of bad shit going on here as well.
really, like what? Like what are some of like the
Just,
Canada's
like,
dirty
a lot
secrets?
of- I mean, just like racism is like still a huge thing. We have like
Yeah.
a lot of problems with the government being shitty to like the indigenous people.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of similarities.
Yeah, and so like constantly trying to build over their land, and it's and just like
Yeah.
fuck them over. Yeah, no, it's insane, but we don't have wildfires. Or at least I don't think we do.
Imagine today you look at your phone, wildfires.
No, I will.
Toronto.
I'll search it like on the other side of Canada and be like, is everyone okay there?
Canada is pretty like it is huge. Like it's a
Yeah.
really big
Canada's
territory.
awesome. No, it's a big place. Have I ever left Ontario? I don't think I have. Like my province? I don't think I've ever. Wow, I really need to like go out. Go outside. Like explore. Shit.
Wait, how's
Yeah,
COVID
I've
been in
never
Toronto?
Huh?
Or how's COVID been in Canada? Like, can you guys, are like a lot of places open? Because, over here is nothing.
I think it's definitely better than the US.
Shit everywhere.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. At this
Yeah,
point, we're the last.
Yeah, I don't know how it is in like the rest of Canada. I think it's fine. But in Toronto, obviously, it's like the LA of Canada. But in Toronto, it's all right. It's not that bad. Of course, there's like the second wave coming, I think. But it's really not that bad. Like we have like malls open. We have people everywhere. I mean, still some people are like, oh, we can like have parties, and like people were partying during the Labor Day weekend, which is stupid, which is something that they should not be doing. COVID is still a real thing, and people should wear masks. But I think it's definitely better than like the US. Yeah.
It's crazy you said that. So like what is like I guess the general attitude towards like I guess COVID over there? Because I know like here it's like there's like there's people that still have like like social distance, like like wear their masks, like stuff like that. And then like there's some people who just like COVID's not real. It's like a made up thing by the government.
Yeah.
Bill Gates wants to put chips in people with vaccines and like
People had COVID parties here.
yeah, people had COVID parties where like they would all go, and the first person to get COVID would win like a sum of money.
What?
Yeah, that's the US.
That's insane. That's crazy. Wait, no, You're shitting me. That's the
I-
real.
That's
Yes,
real.
I
Yeah.
was. It's very
There
real.
was people that would do that. There's people who would have COVID parties just so they could get COVID, get through with it, and then party more.
Wait, I didn't hear.
What?
Yeah, literally, people are like, let me just go to this party. I know I'm going to get COVID. I get COVID. I'll get through with it. You know, my lungs will be fighting a battle against Mike Tyson. But then after, once I'm done with all that just disgusting stuff I have to go through with COVID, I'm going to go turn up again. Like, for what?
That was the funniest thing I've ever heard. I was like, bro, shoot me so when I go to war and get shot, it's gonna
Yeah, let me see what it feels like now, right? So
Oh
when
my
I get
God,
there,
No.
Oh my
man.
gosh.
We definitely don't have COVID parties. Or at least I think we don't.
Yeah, we're a little bit more sensible. So wait, Jess, do you have a topic you want to throw out?
I have a topic I want to throw out. Fuck.
It's on your mind.
Anything you've seen on social media that you were like, damn, what is going on? Or
What?
this is just funny.
WAP is like crazy.
Ah, you've been seeing the WAP video.
Of course. Who
Have you
has?
guys seen? Have you seen Ben Shapiro's version?
No.
Oh,
His version or it's like commentary? I've seen his commentary and
it's like commentary that someone like made
Oh,
it like a whole
yeah.
thing. Yeah,
yeah.
it was so funny.
Up right after. No, but have you guys seen all the remixes like on TikTok?
Oh yeah, no, some people have been going crazy.
It's been insane. Like WAP works with everything. Like even Phantom of the Opera. Oh
Yeah.
my
Wait,
god.
someone did
I've
WAP
seen the
Phantom of
opposite.
the Opera?
Yeah, I've seen that. That was nice.
Wow.
That
It
was
slaps so hard. Oh my god.
I seen
Yeah.
like the jazz version.
No. Search up after this. Search up WAP Phantom of the Opera remix.
But people have so much time.
I mean, we are in quarantine. Like, what else?
Yeah,
do you expect
facts.
people to do?
Facts. I guess I'm gonna shoot. Let me do my WAP remix. I'm gonna do something.
Yeah. Put them together. Jess Benko WAP remix. Oh, that'd be so bad. That'd be so bad. That's probably gonna be the only bad remix because, yeah, no. Really could definitely not work.
Well, shoot, Jess, where can they find you at?
On all streaming platforms, I'm Jess Benko. That's Benko with an E. Everyone thinks my last name is pronounced Benko, but it's not. It's Benko with an A. So Jess Benko on all streaming platforms. On Instagram, I'm Jess.Benko because Jess Benko is used by like a spam account that hasn't been active for years.
Yo, we have the
Still the
same
same
problem. We have the
Yeah.
same issue. We're trying to
Like,
get Office Hours.
We're trying to get like the official Office Hours and then stolen by this guy who follows one person and that like guy follows the sandwich shop.
That's
If you are seeing this, give us the account.
Please,
Jesus.
and me too. Oh my god. Like I've been
So-
in the past couple years I've just been reporting
It doesn't work.
like a
Instagram,
Jack.
Instagram just doesn't care. It's like, you're never going to get it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And like
them-
Hey, bro, I'm at the point I'll literally pay for it. Like, just please, like, just pull it.
It was in
please,
like
favor.
Well, I
30
messaged
years.
I messaged them and I'm like, hey, like I will literally pay for the username. Like I don't care what it takes. I want it. But I just don't think they're like active anymore.
Yeah, I feel that.
See, at
I
some
feel
point,
that.
you'll get to the point where you'll be at Instagram HQ and then you'll just be like, yo, change this.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to.
I think my manager knows some people though, so I think I can get it done at one point.
Really?
Watch
Yeah.
next
I,
week.
I
You
will
have
hit
it.
right. Like,
Guys,
Yeah, no.
please.
Yeah, no, I'll hit him up, be like, hey, can you do something? Can you do something?
Go away.
Thank you, manager.
Yeah, and on Twitter, which I'm still trying to figure out how to use Twitter. I'm so bad at it. I forget about it for like 2 weeks at a time. Then I'm like, oh my god, I'm back on Twitter, and then I forget.
That's the
again.
Twitter cycle, though.
Yeah.
Eventually, it'll just stick, and you'll be like, damn, I'm on it forever.
Damn. I'm hoping for that day. I have like people follow me on that shit. But I'm Jess Benko there with no dot because I got the username. But yeah, that's kind of it. So
Oh, wow.
Jess Benko.
And dope. Thank you for joining us on the Office Hours podcast. As always, Office Hours podcast. No O or U. Every time I said no O in the hours, but there's no O or U. Shout out to Sean Kennedy for pointing that out. But Office Hourz.
Sean, right?
Yeah.
I love Sean. He's so sweet. We
Sean's
wrote a
dope.
song together the other week.
Oh wow.
That's hard. That's
Look at
hard.
that.
That's what we love to see.
Interview connection right there.
Oh yeah, no, he's the sweetest.
But yeah, Office Hourz podcast. No ORU in the hours on IG, YouTube, Office Hourz by UCLA Radio. Twitter is, I want to say, I don't know. You'll see. It says, is it Office Hourz? Do we have just Office Hourz?
Like Office Hourz 1, I think. Or like.
Yeah, there's like a number.
Yeah.
I don't. We'll get that.
We want like it's just like. I want the OG tag, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's
facts.
Yeah.
But hey, tune in, and this will be dropping shortly. So appreciate y'all for tuning in, and thank y'all. Have a good one.
Cool.
And
That's